All right, hey everyone, it's March the 5th, the year 2017. One of my action items from the call this weekend, the Gideon's Army call, was to open a new WhiteHouse.Gov petition for Francis Schaeffer Cox, a wonderful lady, can't say enough good words about her, who has been an extremely good supporter of Francis Schaeffer Cox. Started the petition for January. This is the one that she started. So she if you'll notice, it says closed petition down here, but she started this one. It got 55 signatures. You guys see that? 55 signed. So she sent me an email and said, hey, would you mind starting the one for next month? They stay open for 30 days and then they go to closed. And so part of Schaeffer Cox's Trump pardon strategy is to have a WhiteHouse.Gov petition open at all times. And so we asked if anybody else wanted to do it, and nobody wanted to do it, so I did it. And if you don't like the way I did it, then next month you can open up your own, or you can open up one right now. We'll have like 10 petitions open, you know. But if you want to sign this, I hope we get more than 55. I praise God for Margaret and all the people she got to sign it. I signed it last month. I'll sign it this month. But, you know, my style just ain't like, you know, going around and begging people to sign petitions. I mean, this guy's an innocent man. He spent 6 years in prison. He's got 20 years to go. His life has been destroyed. He's been taken away from his little girl and his little boy. If you don't want to freaking sign the petition, I'd say there's something wrong with your conscience. But if you want to get somebody else up here who's more appealing, that, you know, creates a petition and asks you to sign it, then go find somebody who's more appealing. But, you know, sometimes I wake up in a bad mood. But let's read the petition that I put together. I pray that you sign it. It's the right thing to do. He's an innocent man. And here's it gives you a certain amount of characters, right? So you got to get everything crammed in. When you sign it, you give your first name, your last name, and your email address. It sends you a verification to your email address. And then you got to hit the link within the email to verify it. Otherwise, you didn't really sign it. You got to prove that you're a human being, and you got to look for the email that it sends you. So I've already done that, and that's why it says one signed. That's me. But here it goes. It says, Exonerate patriot and political prisoner Francis Schaeffer Cox, 16179-006, sentenced to 26 years due to a corrupt Obama Department of Justice. It asked me for a description. I only had a certain amount of characters. Here's what I chose to write for the description. Schaeffer Cox, a well-known a lot of this comes from Larry Pratt and Schaeffer Cox's own press release. Schaeffer Cox, a well-known Second Amendment lobbyist who had won 38% of the vote in the state house election, became the subject of an intense FBI investigation after he angered state and federal authorities by openly accusing them of drug trafficking and child prostitution. Go to his website below and demand that Francis Schaeffer Cox be pardoned by the Trump administration and reunited with his family. And then I put his website, www.whoframedschaeffercox.com. And then I put the quote by Larry Pratt, or at least part of it. I couldn't get the entire quote. Schaeffer Cox is an example of the tyrannical grip of the federal government has on the people and their thoughts. There is no injured party. There was no crime. At what point has the overreaching grip of the federal government gone too far? When justice is blind, the story of Francis Schaeffer Cox, September the 8th, 2014, Larry Pratt, Gun Owners of America. So I want to be able to say that we have an open petition at all times. This will close out in 30 days. I pray that the people who see this send it to all their friends, and they send it to all their friends. And just like, you know, on other situations that you see go viral, you know, a cat gets hit by a car, or somebody bakes a cake that offends somebody, or somebody, you know, gets in front of the camera and cries because somebody called them a dirty word. They get 100,000 signatures, no problem. But you get a real live patriot who becomes a political prisoner, who stood up for the Constitution and Second Amendment, and gets tortured in a secret CMU prison. You might get a few people to sign the petition. Well, whoever signs it, I pray the joy unspeakable and blessings of God upon you, and I pray that it gets to 100,000. And I'll also offer you, for any critics, if you don't like my petition, you start your own. And I pray that it goes crazy. I pray it goes viral, and I pray it gets Trump's attention. Pray it gets Jeff Sessions' attention. I pray mainstream media jumps in. I pray that all of these people start to learn about the truth that we have an innocent man in prison who's suffering, being tortured, and he's got all kinds of people that have taken advantage of him, and it's just absolutely horrific. And so I pray that you study the case of Schaeffer Cox, tell your friends, tell your family, get them to sign the petition, or create your own. God bless everyone. Even have a good day.